What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back here with a brand new video, and today we're gonna play some Project Ascension, going on back, man, after a 1 week plus hiatus. Not for anything bad, but because I was moving, doing a lot of real life stuff, I just had no choice, really, and it really sucked. But we are back, and you know what? My Wrath Classic grind is very important to me. I had to put that on the back burner. I literally didn't play games for 3 or 4 days, something like that. And you know what? I thought, listen, I gotta get a video out now that I'm fully moved in. Let's just go back to Project Ascension. We're gonna try a brand new legendary enchant today, try to make the build work on a brand new guy, wiki. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's jump right in.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Alright guys, so today we're on wiki, and we're gonna be playing a summoner armor based, summon imp based, little baby Volrai based, wiki based, immolate, incinerate, corruption based, slammer of a build, intellect based, testing the new heroics based, once again kinda based, 1 week since a video's been out based, all the based, it's based, bro. I'm based. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. So guys, I've been trying to get my setup going. If there are any technical errors, just know that I will figure them out and solve them soon, but it's been a week as of this recording since I put out a video, and I can't let that keep happening. So we're going to make something happen today, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of an update in this video and try a new build in the process on this new character. So, first and foremost, in this video, we're going to be trying a brand new legendary enchant, and that is called Demonic Persistence. Now, let me go ahead and read this out to you guys. It's an imp-based spec, so I'm going to be using the demonic summon of an imp and also be using the Wild Imps from Hand of Gul'dan. So the Wild Imps from Hand of Gul'dan are overcharged with fel energy now, causing them to deteriorate over time, so they have a limited duration. The fel energy causes my Wild Imp critical strikes to reduce the cooldown of Hand of Gul'dan by 1 second, and restore 3% mana to my summon demon. Casting Incinerate or Mind Blast causes me to sacrifice a Wild Imp with the least health, dealing fire damage to enemies within 5 yards, so more AoE, and empowers my summon demon, increasing its damage by up to 125%, which is ridiculous, man. So in order to make this build work, guys, I went with the following ability start. Of course, I got little Volrai here, the imp. I've got corruption for shadow damage over time, immolate for fire damage over time, summon imp, obviously, and the summoner's armor, which is ascension based. It's 3% more spell damage for my imp and 2% more spell crit. Now, the immolation and corruption are not for fun. Well, it is for fun, but it's very specific as well. I'm going to be going to the demonology warlock tree and going for molten core with this spec. This is going to give me up to 18% more incinerate damage and 30% reduced cast time, and it's also going to go hand in hand with Hand of Gul'dan because it increases the damage done by up to another 18% and 30% more crit with the spell as well. This is relatively new, by the way, because Hand of Gul'dan is from the Mal'Ganis era, and this is actually pretty fascinating because it's the first Hand of Gul'dan based spec that we've had as far as I'm aware, and that's going to be pretty broken. I'm going to combine it with skill cards like Power Infusion for more attack speed, actually casting speed, Firestone for more crit, Hand of Gul'dan, just want to guarantee it personally, and Arcane Power for 15% more magic damage. If we get the Metamorphosis, we can still go Arcane Power Meta or Meta Arcane Power, whatever, one after another, so it's not completely useless. If we don't get Meta, though, this is great. As for the lucky cards, way less important for me right now, don't really care too much, just went for things I knew I'd use. I've got my aura of XP, I'm going to go ahead and buy an XP pod as well.
Later that same evening.
So returning to Ascension so far has been really weird, even though it's not like it's that deep, but Ascension has been in a bit of a dry spell. First of all, I'll show you this. I PM'd somebody to a group, right? I was gonna give them a free aura, and they're like, oh, I don't know, do you have literally all this super min-maxed stuff and reputation farmed on your brand new character? No, dude, I don't have a full group ready, and I don't have ZG rep either, man. What happened to the 1 to 70 groups in world chat, man? I'm gonna find a group, it's gonna happen, but it's really worth bringing up that weird things are occurring. Player base has changed. We obviously saw it. If you're watching my videos, you probably saw the transition. I was well aware that something was happening, but to be able to come back and to see this is sickening in many ways. Okay, guys, it is time to do what we do best, and as you can see right off the bat, I get Mind Blast, I get a legendary offered to me as well. Don't really opt for it though, and yeah, I want to go for a fire-based spec. You know, the Incinerate is underplayed. Hand of Gul'dan also was underplayed, and I want to go for the full-on summon Imp SPEC with the full-on fire talents and all that jazz. Alright guys, here's some rolls. Let's see what we get. We have the wing clip, sprint, distracting shot. This is all pretty much garbage. Distracting shot, I guess. And then we have, let's see, sinister strike, demoralizing shout, overpower. Garbage again, overpower, I guess. Okay, so I've been fiddling with my mic and stuff, so I just once again want to say, like, if there's any microphone problems, I'm trying my very best, but I literally cannot go now 8 days without a video. It's gonna be 8 days, guys. Like, holy crap. I want to remind you guys that I get paid about the same as a Wendy's shift leader, which is fine because I like my job. And, you know, to all the Wendy's shift leaders out there, I hope you enjoy your job too, because then it's also worth it. But also just kind of imagine if you were a Wendy's shift leader and you didn't go to work for 8 days. You know what I mean? You'd be on seppuku watch, you feel me?
That's true.
So I gotta go ahead and get a mount real quick, and we got a level. Okay, guys, so I just did a BG, and we got a bunch of new abilities. Let's see what we get. First of all, Victory Rush, Holy Light, or Curse of Agony. I'll take the Curse of Agony. That's actually potentially usable. It's another Warlock-based spell. It's another Shadow Dot. Maybe we'll just toss it up 24 seconds. You know, it's not that bad. What else do we got? We've got Focus Magic, Dispel Curse, okay. And then we've got the defensive stance. I guess Dispel Curse is the best one here. Well, actually, Focus Magic. Well, no, it's not shadow damage. Okay, Dispel Curse, and that's it. All right, so I'm actually still on my way to get my mount right now. I think I could have got it in Stormwind, but I'm already on my way, so I'm just going to get it in the, you know, the OG human place, that little lumber mill area. Okay, guys, we are approaching the stables, the lumber mill area of the East Vale logging camp. So it's been a stressful time, and I'm still trying to calm myself down as I'm recording right now. You know, between building things, getting new things, moving things, it's been hell, and still trying to make Wrath Classic happen. So I will update you guys on that. I was on pace, not for 3 days to 80, but for 4 days to 80 before I just didn't make it because, well, I had to move, and that meant I did not play any video games for a solid at least 3 days. Let's just say that. Let's go ahead and get this, by the way. Apprentice riding, very, very nice. I can ride my big battle bear now. Okay, that's gonna be a lot better. But yeah, so I literally couldn't get on, but the last couple days I've made at least a level a day happen while I was doing other things. I'm level 78 right now, so we will get level 80 content. I will be ahead of the majority of the pack, although the super sweats, they beat me, of course. The regular sweats, I would have been with them, but hey, I'm behind them now, and I am pretty good though, so I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be able to farm the gear I need, and we'll be able to make that video happen very soon. But because I know I can't just like waste my time not putting a video out and just focus on Wrath Classic right now, I knew I had to do something, so I thought, let's get on Ascension. Sure, things are weird on Ascension right now, but we can meme on it a bit. We can try a brand new LRE, and yeah, have some fun with it on WikiWiki, as I said before. So we're not on our intellect-based character. Reason being is he's at like level 30 with a really weird build from a previous video idea that, you know, never made it to you guys. And so I thought, you know what, screw it. Let's just make a new guy. Apparently, getting new gear and getting a fresh start is supposed to be easier. And I did say it was easier when I tested it a little bit back. It was, although how much? Is it 50%? 100%? No, it was more like 25% easier, but hey, it's still easier. So as I said, the goal for this video is going to be getting to level 70 and landing the Hand of Gul'dan demonic persistence build and seeing how it performs in general in terms of fun factor, play style, is it actually smooth, and how much DPS can we do, especially while fresh, because I think right now if you're not doing like 7k single target and like 12k AoE that you don't have a build. And I know those sound crazy for people that have quit Ascension and played like 2-3 months ago, and that's because it is. It's because now it's only the literal best, you know, little niche builds at the top. I say niche, it's not really niche if it's meta, if it's the best stuff, right? But I say niche because it is a small portion of the total amount of playable stuff at the top, right? And then we have the rest of the builds more normal, and then we have a bunch of garbage at the bottom as always. I mean, it tends to be that way, but it's like, to what degree? Ascension has it right now to a crazy degree. I don't think it's necessarily because of horrible balance, but because of the people that are left, right? So mostly casuals, average people, they're playing Wrath Classic, they're awaiting Season 8, they're awaiting Koa Open Beta, Koa level 60 Alpha even. These are things people with lives are waiting for, and these are things people that play more than just one game are waiting for. The people that are left on Ascension then are the ones who basically enjoy Ascension for the hyper min-max grindy endgame that it genuinely does pretty well if that's what you like, but there's a lot more to the game typically. It is what it is, right? So what I'm going to do now, hyper focus on probably getting all the way to Outland content. I'll save all of my rolls though, we'll go over them together is what I mean, and we'll see if we get some good stuff, but we don't even get the Hand of Gul'dan until 60 plus if I recall. Yeah, okay, so 60 plus for the Hand of Gul'dan, and that's when the build can even be tested to begin with, so let's make that happen. So this is actually how you know that inflation has hit Ascension due due to the, you know, reducing player base, among other things. So 99G potions of experience, man.
What the hell is even that?
It's like I can't escape politics anywhere I go. Inflation everywhere, man. And now I got it in World of Warcraft Project Ascension. This used to be 50, even I've seen them as low as 35G a pop, bro. 35G a pop once upon a time. It's 99 gold right now for a single XP pot. What the heck, man? And so, yeah, I bought one.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Okay, guys, level 60 has finally been achieved, and there you go. Hand of Gul'dan. We can finally play the build. So let's do some theory crafting. So let's go ahead and put that on my bar. So we can actually just go ahead and test the damage real quick. Just see what it's like on an NPC. All right, Hand of Gul'dan. Let's see what it looks like. Is it the Cataclysm version? Nice. That's actually pretty nice. So those are the little imps, and they're hitting for 80s, 70s, 60s. Actually, it's a lot more damage than I thought. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We can go for the Immolate, the double dot, and we can go for the Mind Blast right here. And we can start actually going for that legendary enchant too. So I should see if I can buy it on the AH very, very soon. As for my talents, I've gone into probably what you might expect. It's going to be mostly destruction so far. I was using the Hellfire earlier, so I did actually go into it with Cataclysm. But I actually noticed you get 18% more Hand of Gul'dan damage with this talent as well. That's ridiculous, so I might as well keep that one. However, I also went into Molten Skin, which is just 30% more Hellfire damage. For now, though, I think I should get rid of that. So we'll just go ahead and unlearn that for free real quick. Now, I am seeing Empowered Imp. It increases the damage done by my Imp's Firebolt and the Firebolt of my Wild Imps from Hand of Gul'dan by, let's see, up to 30%. In addition, spell critical strike damage bonus of them is also increased by 100%. Wow. Imp's Firebolt critical strikes also increase the spell crit of my next Warlock Destruction spell by 100%. Yo, man, what the hell? Let's go ahead and put 3 into that, though. So 5% more fire damage, 5% more fire crit, kind of the whole reason to even go for this. And you know what? We do need to get more levels before we get more talent points, but it looks like I want my guy to crit. I could try improve demonic tactics just for a hot second, right? This actually gives my guy 20% of my spell critical strike chance as crit for himself, up to 30%. So we'll just go ahead and try that and see if that works for me as well. Gonna go ahead and take the little baby imp out, little Voltai. And let's go ahead and queue for a dungeon and just play around with it and see how it goes. Okay, I've completely changed the spec. The talents I show you guys, I did keep, but I noticed there's a bunch of really cool stuff they added, specifically so you could play a spec like this, I can only imagine, for the demonology side of things. So that's what I went into. Unholy Power, we went into everything that increased imp damage. 20% more damage, 15% more Hand of Gul'dan crit. That's a pretty cool little addition. 30% more Firebolt damage. Demonic Knowledge is giving me 15% of my Summon Demon's Intellect as spell damage. I've got the Molten Core we talked about, the Master Demonologist. Now we're all the way in on improved demonic tactics. New demon pack. It's not 5 out of 5 anymore. It's 3% fire and shadow damage. And when my little bro crits, I get 5% spell damage as well, which is pretty much what it was before. In the destruction tree, 100% more critical strike damage, 3% more fire and shadow damage as well. We've also got 9% actually, I think, if they're above 75% health. Actually, 12%. And then we have, again, all the things I showed you guys with the imp, with demonic power, and the empowered imp as well. Cataclysm, Bane for another 6% Hand of Gul'dan crit, and then I went 2% crit, soon to max out for 6% crit with the Rays from the Ellie Shaman tree. So we should be critting quite a lot as far as I can tell so far. The build literally is just the demons, though. As it's currently built, I really don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, the Incinerate will be a spammable that we end up using, and that's going to be pretty good. For now, though, I think, well, I guess we could throw in the Mind Blast, but it does say here, Mind Blast causes me to sacrifice an imp, so I have no choice. For now, I do have to use Mind Blast, so I guess we Mind Blast on cooldown as long as we have imps up. You can see how Incinerate might be better because you'd be able to get it off really fast and, you know, sacrifice all the imps, and then your little bro here does big damage. But let's just see if Hand of Gul'dan crits. Okay, of course it doesn't crit. Let's try again. Give me, oh my god, they're doing way more damage. Oh, look at that! And they're critting a lot more too, bro. That's so much more than what it was doing before. They finished the mob while I was actually commentating. They didn't do that last time. Okay, that's not what I expected, to be honest with you. Okay, can we make it crit though? That would be really, really ideal. All right, Hand of Gul'dan, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, 1600 crit. It's actually not that impressive. I mean, I said, oh, because it was a big crit, but like at the end of the day, like it really wasn't that deep. It's really just for summoning the imps, isn't it? I mean, maybe it scales better than I think, but I guess we'll find that out. As for the sacrifice, if I Hand of Gul'dan, go for the Mind Blast. Oh, dang, yeah, an imp died. Oh, a little boy has a little buff. I didn't realize that. I was looking for the buff, so there you go, demonic persistence. It's not actually horrible. He might actually end up being a little cannon. That would be nice. Okay, so right now I am in Hellfire Ramparts, just trying to make this work. It's actually not horrible. I'm in second place DPS right now. This guy's been destroying everybody the entire time, though, and he's playing Arcane Explosion. This is literally a 1 to 70 meta build, so I can't really be too upset to lose to that. We also don't have the Incinerate, and the more I play this, the more I realize, like, that's how this plays. I'm gonna basically do this. Watch. First of all, I know why Hand of Gul'dan's damage is low. I forgot. It's AoE. That's why, boom, it hits, like, all these guys, right? But what's gonna basically happen is I'm gonna Hand of Gul'dan. I'm gonna summon a bunch of imps. I'm gonna try to get off Incinerate as quick as I can. So maybe the combo is Hand of Gul'dan, or maybe Immolate first, Hand of Gul'dan, Conflag. The Conflag, I'll get a Backdraft proc. Backdraft is a talent we're not into yet, but we can go into, that increases the haste of my next Incinerate by basically 30%. After doing that, I get those off as quickly as humanly possible, kill off a lot of imps, maybe sneak in a Mind Blast, just so, I don't know, maybe it'll be a faster cast. We'll end up seeing if that works out the way I think it might. And then we should have a lot of damage on little Imp Boy, and hopefully little Imp Boy carries the game for us as we continue to spam the Incinerates and, you know, keep renewing the combo, basically. Basically, I think if we end up renewing the combo enough, we'll end up with an Imp with a permanent 125% increased damage, and that's going to be where our DPS comes from. It's getting the job done, though. I mean, we're level 62. Let's see what ability we get. We get, ooh, Innervate could be good. Heroic Strike. I don't need spells, so I have Firestone. Okay, let's take the Innervate. More mana, just in case. I mean, it's not bad. All right, more Hands of Gul'dan. More imp summoning, and maybe more imp sacrificing coming up as well. We can do it right here. Oh wait, little boy's dead. How did little boy die? All right, another Hand of Gul'dan. That's gonna be big. At least big for me. It's gonna be huge for the other guy, but like, look at me with the Hellfire, bro. I never play Hellfire builds because they're just jokes, man. Like, don't get me wrong. A joke can still be OP. Hellfire has been great, you know? But it's a joke because I'm like killing myself. It's a one ability build, so you know, right? Like, but hey, it's working, man. I do feel like for 1k DPS right now with 39 item level, I'm actually very surprised. Like, is this a broken build? We Hand of Gul'dan and then we Mind Blasted for the sacrifice. Typically right here, though, we would have gone for the Conflag Incinerate, right? So we have to keep very, very mindful of a more optimal way of playing for when we get to max, so we get more spells unlocked for us. Single target's pretty garbo without the Incinerate right now, though. Am I gonna die? Yo, did we just die on normal Omor the Unscarred? Yes, we did. Dude, this guy's slaying people in M+, he's slaying people in normal mode. Like, I will say, after playing Wrath and then obviously playing TBC, just to get a guy to 70 real quick, those dungeons are nothing compared to Ascension dungeons. It's nice to get a refresher personally, because I can be even more honest with, you know, basically it's like updated knowledge versus just stuff I had in the back of my head from the past, right? Now I lived it again, and I will say, Omor the Unscarred on regular WoW is garbage. Like, literally, it's not even a boss, man. It's like a glorified NPC. Omor the Unscarred on Ascension? Freaking Chad, man. Now, we can't even roll the Incinerate, by the way, until level 66. That's a huge, huge deal right now. I do have it carded, even though, like, a lot of people say you don't card things that are at a high level for the lucky card slot. Personally, lucky cards are so garbage, like, playing around them is, like, actually stupid. Like, it's not, I guess, if you're the lucky one, right? But if you're unlucky, it's stupid, right? And that's gonna be most of the time. Like, I feel like you should only just do it the way it used to be, which is, like, play around the normal skill cards. Don't give yourself a headache caring about this garbage lucky card system. It's not always bad, but a lot of the times it's pretty bad, dude. In fact, if I'm honest with you guys, I think the lucky card system 100% contributed to the downfall of the end of Season 7, more so than a regular season. And you might say, oh my god, really? You can connect everything to something, right? Mcdoubles? Like, no, I'm being honest, man. Like, think hard about this. You're gonna get people, it's this last bastion of Ascension players, that they are addicted to perfecting their build. They think I can get all 6 of my lucky cards, bro. All I gotta do is a freaking 1 to 70 3 times in 1 hour using ZG with perfect swaps that I farmed all the prereqs for. And I'll just keep on doing it forever. Oh yeah, I might have already farmed all the cosmetics I need. You know, there might not actually be a single real reason to farm this stuff out other than my addiction to getting a perfect build. But I'm gonna do it anyway. And like, that that would be their mindset, guys. Anyway, I'm actually so happy with how this went that we're going to keep leveling to 70. Second place DPS, commentating, just not even having a full build, and Hand of Gul'dan so freaking badass. I'm just happy we actually get to use it. I told you guys, I don't know where it is, clip it if you can find it, and I'll actually pay you gold. But I said somewhere in a previous video, I was like, bro, if they just add support for the new Mal'Ganis era spells, I will play them. Hand of Gul'dan was one of them, of course. And they did, and here we are. Let's get to 70. Okay, guys, so I almost died. I beat this guy in a 1v1 after I was at a big disadvantage. I can't pull up the chats. I'm gonna have to scroll up. And I decided that, first of all, he PM'd me, and he said, pussy. And I said, but you lost 1v1. And you know what I'm doing. You ever seen those scam baiting videos from like Atomic Shrimp? This is what to me is dumb person baiting. Like, it's not even mean to me. You came to me. You gave me this opportunity. I didn't come to you. If I came and I seeked him out, yeah, that's a little bit worse. I can admit that. I will take that. I didn't seek him out. Okay, he seeked me. So I continued to, you know, well, I engaged, right? So he was really mad. I'm not going to go over every little thing, but you can easily pause. I'm not hiding anything. But he was just so mad. He's just like, oh, you're a pussy. You're so scared. And I'm not taking this to heart or anything, guys. I'm making fun of this. Like, I have something funny at the end. Don't worry. Just follow me here. And so we're going down. I'm just egging him on, you know? I'm just egging him on as if I actually care about the things that I'm saying because he cares. And we get all the way to the end, dude. And he won't stop, right? And at the end, he death threats me in real life. Can you believe it, dude? He said, sorry, little, this should be a copy pasta. Sorry, little buddy, my cute little friend, but the stress was just too much for you. If you give me your family's name and phone number, I will contact them of your untimely death, little buddy. Oh my god! First of all, I'm not scared of World of Warcraft players. And quite frankly, if you're listening, you shouldn't be either. It just, come on, bros. But secondly, bro, look, I'm not, again, let's remember the context here. We're making fun of stupidity. But you guys are always so amazed that I show you like some of the crazy encounters you can actually get into on the internet where people just do crazy things. So I just thought I would show you one of the ones I went through tonight. Well, I was gonna tell this dude I reported him to my local police station just to troll, you know what I mean? And he said, well, he's offline, actually. That's what he said. Nah, that's what I meant to say. He's no player online at the moment. Is named Orc Meth Lab. The dude just peaced out. He was like, I already know I went too far. I shouldn't be online right now just in case I get banned. See ya. Well, boys, we are level 70, man, and we just got metamorphosis. What can I say? Well, I can say I'm happy. That's like a really good place to start. So let's go ahead and clear up a talent point, I guess. Make it happen. So meta's actually super good for this build. It's kind of more critical than I thought originally. That's because it's a brand new capstone I noticed. Let's see. We already have the talent for it, I think. No, it was right here. Nemesis. We reduced the cooldown of metamorphosis. That's the first thing I knew. But look at that capstone at the very end there. If you're in metamorphosis, Hand of Gul'dan can be cast twice in 6 seconds before going on cooldown. Wow. That can't be bad, right? I mean, it's either more AoE or it's better for the rotation for the imp build. So we're going to try it. And we can go ahead and get rid of Ancestral Spirit. GG. Okay, so I just did 2.3k DPS with 60 item level. So I'm of the persuasion right now that this is actually probably a really strong build because we have so much room here for gear, which is just going to exponentially make this build better. Perhaps what's best, though, is that I'm not even trying a full version of the spec yet. I have not rolled Incinerate. This is with Soulfire as my main spell and the Mind Blast being weaved in. Not even efficient, still pretty impressed by the start. Alright guys, here we are. Let me show you what I've come up with. So I'm going to start off with a Hand of Gul'dan. I'm going to go for the Incinerate. Now, I have an epic channel put up on the screen now called Flame Surge. It allows my Incinerate to hit multiple targets, and unfortunately, these are horrible mobs to test it on because they reflect. So we got like 3k DPS that time, and of course, I've only got 74 item level baseline to get in here, so I don't expect to be topping it. But to be honest with you, like that much DPS for what we're doing right now is actually kind of ridiculous. Okay, go for the Soulfire spam right here. Now, if we had the Fire Blast, we could go for the spamming of the Immolate, but it's really not the end of the world. We can still make it work. I just want to see if I can get some gear and start progressing this guy, because I actually really enjoy this spec, and I didn't know if I would. I didn't know, look, I like all specs, to be honest with you guys. That's how I'm so happy, basically, when I play this game, because most things make me happy. But then you have a whole different hierarchy. Since most things make me happy, it's like, okay, what makes me the happiest? Okay, well, in that regard, this is one of those. Okay, does that make sense? So this is one of those where I'm like, oh, this actually really intrigues me. a lot, actually. And I just want to see what I can do with it. I like the Flame Surge and M+. Right now, it's just heroics. But, you know, being able to, like, literally, look at this. Literally throwing out a wave of fire at all of these guys. 50% reduced damage with that, but still pretty freaking fun. I'm not even hellfiring, as I thought I might do. So, once again, I've skipped that. Corruption on this guy, by the way. Now, we have the 5 stacks. I can go for the Soulfire. Look at the super 1 second fast Soulfire. When I get an Eradication proc, it's actually ridiculous, to be honest with you. And they're basically getting the exact same bonus, by the way, from the Molten Core proc. Literally, actually. 18% damage, 30% crits. Lots of crits. Demons critting. When the demon crits, I get 100% more crits. It's actually all over the place in that regard. So, let's see if we can do pretty good on this pull. I can go for the Mana Gem right here. Shadow Burn right there, right off the bat. Backdraft. There we go. And let's start sacrificing imps. Okay, they're sacrificed, or getting sacrificed. I thought I'd get them faster, to be honest with you, but there you go, 5. And go for the Soulfire. Fell Energy causes Wild Imp critical strikes to reduce the cooldown of Hand of Gul'dan by 1 second. Okay, so they need to crit more and more and more. Once again, that's just going to get better with gear. Okay, these guys already started on the boss. Can we catch up? I really like when I don't miss. You know, we're not hit capped right now because we're so early on in the gearing stage. All right, she's immune to shit, so we have to kill other things. Soulfire that guy. Prevent him from shooting thorns, basically. All right, another Hand of Gul'dan coming up, but we have to sacrifice here. So we can, just barely. It's going to be so barely. Oh, we missed it. Dude, whoever freaking landed that kill there ruined my stacks, man. Look at those mana problems. I can evocate, but I did have to get rid of the Innervate, unfortunately. All right, Incinerate. Hand of Gul'dan. Another Incinerate. Let's just keep stacking real quick. Get as much damage for our imps as possible. All right, one more after this and go for the Soulfire. Actually, Shadow Burn Soulfire. And then, okay, Corruption's back up. Back for the Soulfire. Okay, so we ended that one 2.9k, which I gotta be real, bro. 74 item level, 2.9k. I'm actually so happy with that. Like, I'm not itemized well. I don't have all the perfect enchants yet either. I've got some okay-ish ones, but it's far from perfect, man. This is a really good sign. This might actually be worthy of an episode 2. All right, let's try some more AoE right before the last boss. Okay, Hand of Gul'dan. Setting out the Incinerates now. And let's see, we have the 1 stack. I just want to build it up to 5 stacks and keep it up permanently. And then after you get to those 5 stacks, it's Soulfire Central. As far as I'm concerned, why is this guy evading, bro? Wow, this has been so buggy today. Why am I encountering so many bugs on Ascension of all things? Like, what the heck? All right, there we go. Another Hand of Gul'dan. 5 stacks, Soulfire. Okay, I'll take that. Can you imagine if we actually had decent amounts of SP right now? Oh my god. Dude, look at my AoE DPS right now. Like, I started late and I'm like pumping like immediately. Holy crap. This has so much potential. I just so wish I got the Fire Blast. Truth be told, I could have got it and I skipped over it. And then I was talking to somebody I met outside Stormwind and I thought about it. I was like, man, Blaze is pretty good, isn't it? I wish I got that, man. I really do wish I could go for it. We could still get it because it's a common, but like that's what the worst part is really about this, right? It's like, oh, you want me to re-roll for 1 common ability? Really? There's no failsafe, nothing I can even grind for in game to buy it? Like sometimes a grind is worth it, right? That would be one of those times, you know what I mean? All right, I'm resetting this. Let's go single target boss fight, last boss of our first heroic, and see how we do. What the hell? I immediately pop cooldowns and he runs away. What's going on? Oh, apparently we skipped one of the bosses and they won't let me kill the last boss until we go back and kill the other one. I didn't even realize we skipped that, dude. The little plant boss, man, I think. So let's play a game called Do We Think That Anything Actually Dropped That Mcdoubles Can Use in the very first dungeon that he did? I'm going to put up one of 3 different answers on the screen. Pause, pick an answer, and then unpause, and you'll see if you got it right. The first one is, yes, I did in fact get something I could use. The second one is, no, I got nothing. The third one is XD with a question mark. Okay, pause. And yeah, exactly. You were right if you chose, no, I didn't get anything. I'm just going to pass on all this garbage, dude. Bro, you know what? I never thought I would really be asking for this in 2022, but can I have personal loot, man?
11 minutes later.
Okay, let's do another dummy test. Let's go ahead and summon the imp right back. So, okay, popping cooldowns, going in, Hand of Gul'dan. Let's go for the other Hand of Gul'dan immediately this time. I think we do double up on the imps, maybe not. Let's go ahead and get 5 stacks, though, ASAP regardless. So we have 4 there. We have 5 going for another Shadow Burn and actually Soulfire. 1 second Soulfires, boys. There we go. That's basically what I'm going for, is that 1 second Soulfire. Another Hand of Gul'dan right there. Go for another Soulfire. Shadow Burn. Okay, go for the Incinerate. Sacrifice one dude just to build a stack. I'm gonna go for the Evocation because it's all I've got. Soulfire, just want to see what I have DPS-wise, really. So I'm just trying to end this rotation, to be real with you. Another Hand of Gul'dan. Let's go ahead and Incinerate. I'm going to go for a couple more Soulfires, and we'll just see what we have, because I don't have Mana Gem. We're not in a party. We don't have everything mana-wise perfect, but we can still see 3.6k. Yo! I didn't go up in item level. I just got better playing the build. I'll take it. All right, guys. Mechanar on Mechano Lord Capacitus. Capacitus? Yeah, it's Capacitus, bro. Let's see how we do. Okay, this boss gave extra damage, and we also 4-manned it. It's not really worth looking at for DPS. Do we get loot? Oh my god, that's garbage. Okay, we're literally looking for a healer right now, and there's like nobody queuing, but we are apparently continuing anyway, so let's just keep it up, right? Hand of Gul'dan into the Incinerate, and I just want to start sacrificing demons and flame surging away. Okay, we sacrificed a bunch of demons there. We're up to 4 stacks. We are now up to, nope, just 4 stacks. Okay, they went away by then. Let's see if we can spam some Soulfire. Nice. Hand of Gul'dan came up. We have the Incinerate just to get that 5th stack into the Shadow Burn perfectly on time. Oh my god, what? There we go. Oh my god, 0.9 seconds Soulfire because I mana infused gems. Yo, we came in first on that pull, and mana infused gems, by the way, it's pretty interesting. It says I get 10% spell haste after using mana gem. I've definitely got mana problems. It's a mana intensive build, so I think that's actually a pretty good pick. It might be better than Pendulum. All right, so we're popping cooldowns again. Not really. Hand of Gul'dan's kind of a cooldown, so is Shadow Burn kinda. We're gonna Incinerate, and we're not sacrificing, guys. I'm super confused. Did I miss my Hand of Gul'dan? That's all that comes to my head when that happens. So in other words, I'm getting times where I Hand of Gul'dan, Incinerate, and don't start building stacks. See, like right there. It summoned a guy, or killed a guy, not, you know, summon, sacrifice. But I didn't actually get a stack. I have no idea why that keeps happening. Is it just like a chance? Did I misread it? I thought it was guaranteed. I mean, it looks like it's just supposed to happen. Maybe these guys have something that prevents it. I'm not too sure. The Shadow Bear is doing great. Tanking without a healer. Pretty impressive, actually. Hand of Gul'dan. Let's see if it works this time. Okay, super important for this to work. Do we build a stack? Yes, we do. Okay. Interesting. We're at the 3, 4, and now 5 mark into the Soulfire. This is actually as perfect as it gets. I know it's not a boss. It's still perfect, though. We can go for another Soulfire. 1 second. There you go. First place again on that pull. You could almost say we're carrying right now with this build. Level 74 item level wise. Wow. Yo, my entire group just disbanded because we couldn't find anybody. All right, guys. Listen up. This has been fun. I'm back on. I'm doing this again. I think we're going to do an episode 2 for this build, though, because it's been a long day. It's currently 5 in the morning, and we can't find anybody to play with at this point. Also, I really just am getting frustrated with this microphone. I don't understand. I've had somebody even working with me with it. To me, it doesn't sound right. I know it doesn't sound right. If anybody knows how I can make it sound right, help me, man. I don't know anybody that has any idea how to make this stuff work. And I had it perfect at my old place, and now it's just suddenly not as good. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the giveaway from the last Ascension video a week plus ago. See who wins. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll give out another supporter's chest in this video. Leave your in-game name, and yeah, we'll get that to you on the Alar server. But anyway, guys, let's see who wins. All right, guys, got the link from the last video. Let's go ahead and see who wins. Pick a winner, and oh, Samuel Jackson. This had 3 hearts on it, actually. Felforged is such a good concept. I want to know your thoughts on a couple changes I came up with to improve the mode, though. Okay. Number 1, increase the leveling speed just a tad. This would pair with number 2, make less quests and less zones to drop to, condense players a tad, or make it a 1-drop place per zone. And number 3, put your Hearthstone on a timer for a certain time after you drop in a zone, keep you there for like a minute or so. His in-game name is Costin, so we will send you a prize, but what do I think of what you said? Well, off the top of my head, let's see. Increase the leveling speed. I'd be cool with that, but not in the beginning levels at all. I would only be cool with increasing leveling speed past like level 40. Because, like, at pre-40 levels, it's super fast anyway, especially if you're getting kills. I have no issue with that. It's like, nobody has an issue with that. And very few people make it past 40 anyway. But those of us that do know that because of a combination of less people being post-40, and also the fact that leveling does get progressively slower naturally, it just becomes a slog. So, in that regard, I would agree with you. Now, number 2, make less quests and less zones to drop to. I've been saying that, man. I've been saying that for a really, really long time. I've really got them to do some stuff stuff too. Like, they've really lowered the amount of mobs you have to kill for the quests. They've, you know, been prioritizing the better quests, but it's true, they haven't fully listened. There's still a lot of crap quests, and especially when you get to higher levels, there are so many random stupid quests. And I even said that, I was like, man, why do I have 500 TBC quests, man? Why? There should be like 4 at best, maybe not even that, maybe only 2, just to funnel everybody into it so you're forced to fight. So yeah, less zones, that would go with it as well, man. I 100% agree. And last one, Hearthstone on a timer, that would just be great. Like, less people immediately leaving a zone can't be bad. What would the timer be? Probably something like 5 minutes. It shouldn't be that deep, man. You can really drop, get a kill, and complete a quest, or in 5 minutes, but you probably are going to need more like 10, so maybe 10 minutes even? But I think 10 minutes is too long, because once again, you could get everything done, and then you're just, like, punished for no reason. People are just going to AFK. You could say that now you can see people on the map, so the AFK doesn't matter, but, I mean, that would actually be a good rebuttal. So I do agree with you. I think I agree on every single point, except number 1, I have a caveat. I say only post 40 to increase leveling speed. I love the mode too, though, man. I really hope they keep it and they just add more to it, because they already did so much. But let's go ahead and get you your stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give you a Reborn Supporters Elite War Chest. This is a pretty good one, more expensive than normal, so GG Costin, man. Get you an XD. But okay, guys, we are checking out the awesome Imp Gang build. Let's go for a part 2, and then also I'm going to work on that Wrath Classic video, finishing that up. That's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Hopefully we can fix these audio problems. Maybe you didn't notice it. Awesome. Let me know if you didn't. If you did notice something and you're an audio nut, let me know how to fix it, guys, because I have tried for literally days, man. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes I get a weird echoey thing. I'm not really sure. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe, but I'll see you in the next one. Let's get 50k subs. Mcdoubles out.